Alright, good. So... I don't know if we wanna... I don't know if we wanna go here yet. I missed you as well. And I know I don't have to see it. When it says 2 watching, I think that's just because I loaded it with my phone. So I can see your full messages and not just like the first part of it. And it went down again because I paused the video itself. I don't know why Daniel has to freak out over shit like that when he knows it doesn't exit the water and he knows it's down there and he knows he needs to do this. So, like, I don't know why that lowers his stamina, or his, not his stamina, what the fuck, his sanity. It flashes the screen and it starts going like, you know, jiggly or wavy. Yes, but like, should it? No. Like, for a person who's like supposed to be an adult, supposed to be like,
good to see you.
You know, it shouldn't do that.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for
This is not the right
sitting around.
What's over through here? We could go here first, I'm pretty sure. I think you'd enjoy those games with me more. Not all of them. I don't really care for the new Battlefields because they also ruined those. Ironically, in a very similar way to the Call of Duties and stuff like that. If I try to explain why, it won't make sense right now. But I can explain why later, maybe. I don't mind if you watch me play multiplayer games, by the way, if you are interested in that. I don't think they would be very interesting, but like, can if you want, I suppose.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
So not like Battlefield or anything of like, but I think you would like some war-esque games or like other first-person shooter type games with me because The way most people play them is very like random. Essentially, you just run, run everywhere until you see someone and then you shoot them.
12th of August,
And
1839.
he's gonna read this.
Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Warding is referring to the shadow. They're warding it away by torturing people. Anyway, what I was saying was like, most people play those games, especially the popular ones, are even geared towards it. They're designed for it. No pun intended with the gear, but they are intended to be played that way, where you just run and run and run, and then you see someone and then you shoot them, and then you keep running until you see the next person. And it's pretty much like all 50-50, you know, like either you kill him or he kills you and nothing else happens really. And then you respawn and you do the same thing. And I think people with like more than a quarter of a normal brain don't find that kind of thing very interesting or engaging, because it's pretty much like if you found twiddling your thumbs to be a fun game, you know, or if you found licking windows to be a fun game. I don't think we can go in here. You understand what I'm trying to say though, like, it's not literally, but like, it's a lot of rinse and repeat kind of shit where nothing matters, you know, like, you kill someone more, or they kill you more. Yeah, maybe you'll like win the match, but like the match itself is like only based on who kills more a lot of the time, you know, like. So, essentially, it's just, like, the objective is, it's too simple and not based off of any, like, real skill or intelligence or anything. It's just, it's an objective that exists for no reason, essentially. I was gonna say for who knows why, but like there isn't even a why. It really just exists to like keep people busy. It's literally like busy work. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna read this whole thing because the fly is kind of annoying. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Tried. So he tried a lot of shit, and he couldn't restore the orb. And I don't know why it's telling us this. We already know that from the dialogue. And then the fly is finally gone somehow. I don't know what I did, but it's gone. I don't see any thrill in them, and there's no directive, so I don't play them, hence why I played the story. Yep, See, you're saying exactly the reason I suspected. There's no, like, interesting thing to do, you know? Like, it's all just very surface level, shallow, baseless. And there's also no reward or loss because of that. Because it's all just based on that kind of shit. So, I think if you were to play them with me, you would find more enjoyment. Because the way I lead my friends around, first of all, we play slightly different modes where it's not about killing and it's not about, like, all of that shit. Modes that involve more strategy. Modes where there's, like, an objective that isn't killing, and you kill to work towards that objective, but the objective itself is not to kill, specifically. And I think that makes a huge difference. But I think you would enjoy them more with me. Also for other reasons, because, like, we typically try to, like, we don't, like, strain ourselves, but we try to win in a logical fashion.
If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
He's just salty because he's being caught out for torturing people. Anyway, we have to go to the other one because apparently we can't do anything really there yet. We will come back there, but anyway. So we tried to, like, play in, like, a logical fashion. Not, like, we don't try to, like, strain ourselves and, like, challenge ourselves to use, like, logic to win, but we try to, like, outplay people mentally. So not only is it, like, more satisfying when it works out, and it does work out, like, you might be surprised actually how much real life tactics actually will translate into games. But I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe we should go to that one first. I think we probably should. Probably. Sorry, I don't know which. I think this one is a little bit better.
You're a good boy, Dad.
The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and morning sun. Will this ever end? That's my favorite loading screen, obviously. That's why I read it twice.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
So, like, when I say, we try to, like... Actually, there's gonna be a bunch of story here, so it's probably... Yeah, it is a pretty room, actually. Besides, like, the cages with people hanging from the ceiling. I like it. It's got, like, the spiral staircase in the middle and shit. It's kinda cool. This is gonna lower our sanity a lot. The lighting from the glass, yeah. Here's the big old question though. Oh, okay. Well, here's the question I'm gonna ask you about this room. If we went so deep underground, under Castle Brennenburg, why are these windows lit? What's lighting them? Because it's not the outside. It's not like light from like the sun or anything. Yeah, what's with the light shining through? If we're fucking underground. This is gonna lower my sanity a lot. Just a heads up, it will get blurry. This is what we're doing. It looks like my sanity is already a little bit lower. You don't actually have to do it if you don't want to, but we want to get the full Amnesia experience, don't we? We're not just playing to finish the game, you know? Was that one? Oh fuck, I fainted. It's more about the... It's more about the, it rotates your shoulders backwards. Like, if you want, I could go back there and look at it, but try stretch your arms backwards, and you can get them to about, like, a 90-degree angle, like, perpendicular to your body. And then you can't, like, put them any farther backwards. So it's going from that 90 and then going up above your head, but still behind you. So it's in the wrong angle. So it's essentially like tearing your entire rotator cuff, not only with your body weight, but with the weight that's attached to her leg cuffs, her ankle cuffs. So it doesn't really rip her legs so much as, like, rip her arms. Because of the torsion. Yes, it does sound very pink. You don't feel compassion for him, but he's so good. He's so good, he tortured these people. This guy got sawed in half. You could probably hear it while I was talking. You don't want to touch it? The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood, flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Oh, this is where you're supposed to fucking get it from, huh? What? I literally never fucking knew that. There's a different one where we get the blood from. He said we needed Vitae for the concoction that what's his fucking name? Agrippa. He needs this. He needs this. He needs the Vitae, and then he needs an poison fungi thing. And I didn't know you could get the fucking blood from here, like the Vitae in the blood from the torture. Usually you go to the other drain that's actually in the room where you make it. Are you capable of torture? I mean, it literally, do you think you could do it? I told you I don't believe in torture. I believe that torture is a purpose forbidden by God.
Let me go!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
What do you mean for?
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! Do anything! I'm innocent!
No, I didn't say I don't believe in torture. I believe it's for... I didn't say that. I said I don't believe in torture. I believe torture is a practice forbidden by God. We need this. And then we touch it. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from others. They could make him forget again. Forbidden means not allowed. It means unsanctioned. It means debarred. It means banned. It means yes. what? He's got the A on his thingy. He had a good look. His lips are chapped. You know what that means. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem. But it will also hinder the effect I'm after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks, to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink, and try again later. So they didn't just torture these people to death, but they would torture them and then give them the amnesia thingy, and then they torture them again, and then again and again, until eventually they died. And then Daniel couldn't take it anymore after torturing them for so long. He eventually drank it himself. And then that's where we're at right now. Alright, you ready? Bright in 3, 2, 1. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan, perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. The body that was here is gone now. It was in that one. You think those are wrinkles? Here's the thing, why are the wrinkles like that way though? They're not like... Wrinkles should be like horizontal for his lips, right? Like they should be like smile lines, you know? But those ones are like vertical.
Ah, you get it.
It happens,
You seem to have
maybe.
found all the all pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Oh, fuck. We could have attached this already. I forgot we have those. Yeah, I know you said. You told me. Let's go get the blood really quick. Because I forgot to get the blood. I'm sorry. I know you can
Something else. You should
get it later on, but it's kind of... One time I tried to get it later on, and it got, like, stuck. Like, it wouldn't let me... It wouldn't let me, like, go... Like, make progress. Which one was it? This one on the right? I think the saw one. Would this place be better or worse if it was like a sex dungeon instead of like a normal dungeon? Same, honestly. Fair. Yeah.
You're a good boy, Doctor.
It's hard to say one way or another, but theoretically... I don't know, I can't even say that. I was gonna say this one might be better because, like, you are more likely to die from, like, being, like, cut or whipped or something, like, over a period of time. With, like, the sex dungeon, you could be, like, kept there forever. So... I mean, not literally forever, but, like, for a long-ass time. The horny loading screen again. Alright. Are you ready for this? Cause this one is a dangerous one and I might die. Just in case. If we had a house, I mean, hopefully we will someday, but like, if it had a basement, you know how I said I don't You know, I said I don't want the basement to be like a creepy place with like spiders and shit. I want it to be like actually nice and like sealed off and like somewhere where you want to actually go and not just like a storage, dilapidated, unupholstered area. Do you think it would be good if we had like mirrors or something? Like if the whole thing is like below ground level, we could have like a window kind of thing, like higher. Like we could have like a window like on the ground level, like the ground floor, and then it could like have a mirror next to it, and then the mirror would like I don't know, reflect down into the basement. It seems silly, but like I don't know, it might like it could maybe work. I can look at myself from many angles. No, I mean for like the sunlight. I mean for like the sunlight, so that you could like reflect the light down into the basement without having like a window, because like you can't put a window in a basement, you know, like you could, if it's like a half basement, then you could put it at the top near the ceiling, but I don't really like half basements. Should we touch this? I don't think we should. We could touch it though. I touched the side of it so it doesn't hurt me. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip, just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Now, you can go inside. I don't know if we should. Probably shouldn't. Oh, fuck. Okay, well... the door closed on me when I fucking went in there. I can just
you to question me?
heal that though. Because we have like a bunch of healing stuff. When we go kill Alexander, he doesn't like hurt you physically. But it did it did drop my sanity a little bit. Fucking hell. It's kinda dark. What do you mean? I'm fine playing it. It's not that scary. It's like, it's a little bit scary at some parts, but it's not like horrible. I ain't disturbed in the slightest. Well, I've played it before. It's not like I don't know what the story's about.
Maybe she knows.
Oh, fuck. I thought we got spotted for a second. Fuck me. I think we got spotted. Yeah, he saw us for a second there. I don't know. It sounded like it, at least.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't know where he came from. I heard the noise, and I think we did run out in, like, away from his direction, but I couldn't see him. It's too dark and, like, kind of like misty, not misty literally, but like dusty in that room, I guess. The visibility's low. This is the hammer. Ready? The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. I'm not really understanding, I guess his leg is probably tied to like a fixed position, and then they spin him on the wheel and it pulls it, maybe? Cause like if he was just spinning on the wheel itself, then he would probably be fine, besides maybe hitting his head on the ground if you spun it all the way upside down. do anything. I thought it would like scream or something. Oh, maybe. What? No. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I think the worst one is yet to come though. It's one over in the next room. Or it might be the room after that one. I'm scared. He patrols this area like a lot. Like even though it doesn't sound like he's here, he comes out. You do hear him, but like it's complicated. Yep, he's coming. He's right. He's gonna be on the left side of the screen here in a sec. I'm gonna look away though, cause he sees you if you face him. Oh. He's going down there. You can't see, but he's going down there. Fuck. It's a dead end. I thought this was like a way you're supposed to go. Even though the music's gone, I think he can still come back. I'm not fully sure.
Get her back!
Fucking hell. His like sudden voice lines scare me too. I don't know who her is though. Have we like I know Alexander says he addresses someone my love, but have we encountered a woman yet? He is held and arched by ropes. He's somewhere. I can't tell where he is. Hopefully we don't die, because I don't really know where he is right now. I know that we have to go to the right. This room would be nice if it was lit up, I think. Oh shit, that's him, that's him, that's him, that's him. He's dead ahead, like down on this aisle, between this pillar and the wall. He's scraping the ground right here. You can hear his like... He's on the other side of this. I'll look at him for a second if you want. He's right there. You see? Nice. Alright, so now we have the shit to save Agrippa. This one is the worst one, in my opinion. If the ropes are also attached to the wheel, then he still spins freely though, that's the thing. If they're not attached to a fixed point, then they're not pulling on his body, you know? Cause the wheel is spinning. So either he has to be stationary or the ropes have to be stationary for it to like actually hurt him. If they're both on the wheel, then they just both spin and nothing happens. Alright, you ready for this one? The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Arched on top of it? I don't know. I have no idea. Are you ready? We're gonna have to, you know... I don't know who invented this one. I think it dates back to like Roman times. I saw this one in a movie called Red Riding Hood, but revisited style. Yeah, I didn't see that movie, but I would believe it. A lot of like why bull exactly? I don't think it has too much meaning other than the fact that it's the right size to house a person, and horses don't really make the same noise. Like a neigh is kind of distinct. Could maybe be a horse, but I don't think it would sound very close. The tortured person, I mean. Alrighty. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, what? Oh, we have all 6 now. Oh yeah, I did that room first. I did the Iron Maiden room first. Alright, then we have to leave. Now we have to escape. But I might just run through. Are you ready? Heart is good. Head is... There's a song called Alrighty Aphrodite. It sounds like a strange song. I'll try. Let's look at what this is first. Is this like... This is the other side of the dead end thing? Maybe there's something here. I feel like you've mentioned it before to me. Maybe not though. Oh, there is a tinderbox. Alright, I will try run through and then hopefully we don't die. I know where the exit door is approximately, sort of. Oh shit, he's right there, he's right there, he's right there. I hope he's not faster than me. I hear him right behind. Right behind. Right behind. That was close. The one I mentioned is probably just Aphrodite. I don't know if it is. I don't know if that's the one. I thought you mentioned that one that you said specific, but I don't know. Maybe. Anyway. We have what we need now. So we have to go back to the thing, and we have to go to Agrippa.
I see you have all the ore pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vaya's tonic.
I have them. 1, 2, 3.
Or attempting to mend the ore, there might still be a chance for you to save me.
But we need to get in here to mix them. So we can't do it right now.
I see you have all the ore pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
So we have to go on and fix the orb. It had gone too far, the man was suffocating and could no longer breathe properly between lashes. Displeased, he started to... Shit. Nope. Spooky.
Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
So, obviously, that was scripted. I shut the door and he hit me through the door, which kind of broke the immersion. But we're supposed to be here. He will hit you, whether you open the door or run past him, you can't do anything about it. It's just part of the story. Trying to fix my screen real quick. I changed my setup slightly. Alexander's voice is annoying. His dialogue or his literal voice? Like, hold on. I'm almost... Alright, that'd probably be good. The angle that I'm looking at the screen is different from before. I think his voice is alright, but it's a bit weird. It doesn't sound like someone from... I don't really know what Prussia would sound like, but I would assume it doesn't sound like that. Alright, so we got a bar. He locked me in here with all my fucking shit still. Fuck. Are we screwed because of that? Tell me we're not. Tell me this thing has a bucket on it. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be so sorry if I fucked it up by doing that. Hold on, let's look around first. Last prisoner note. There is little left to say. I write solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep, and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself of my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb. But now, I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier, as one of my wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams, I best you, and escape your clutches, and return with all the knights of the realm, carrying pistols and sabers. In my dreams. It's sad, isn't it? Hopefully there is a bucket or something. Otherwise, we might have a problem. Now, I don't really know what the meaning of that is. Every time you enter the cell, not every time, but like every time you play the game and you enter the cell for the first time, you have this body, and it lets you touch it, but nothing happens. You can't drag it around or anything. And I'm not really sure who it's supposed to be or what the explanation is for it. Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought we were supposed to use the jar for a second, and I was worried that I filled it with blood, and then it might not let me put it on the string. Because it's like already full. It's an old game, so things like that will like delete your prompt to like use the item there. Not delete, override it, because when the jar is empty versus when it's full, like the game considers it two different items essentially. It has two different entities. I don't think water would carry a metal key out like that. That's kind of the whole idea behind sediment, like riverbed silt, is that the water carries like it part of the way, but it settles. It'll carry like tiny particles, but it won't carry like heavier ones, you know? I don't know. I don't know if you saw, but when I look back, you can't see it. It's like the water monster. It's like a different. It's an otherworldly thing. You can't like see. Doesn't reflect visible light. And then you know where we are. We're in that one. We came from the one door that wouldn't open earlier. Some high quality graphics right there. Oh, there's a water monster in this one too. I didn't even know that. I guess it gives you more than one chance to do it.
Of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me, and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Olstadt lies a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children. The coach went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
That's what Daniel did. What do you think? You don't like him? I spoke too soon on that one. That was the door that was locked before, I think. The one we just came out of. Alright. I like you whole, and that's enough. You know that I slept and woke up to you saying. Go rewatch like the last. It was within like the last like 3 minutes, I think. You'll know it was like a cutscene essentially. We picked up a note and then it it cut to the scene. You know, like it triggered it. You aren't still here, are you? You read the message, right? You didn't fall asleep, did you? Zainaby. Yeah, so he went to a nearby settlement. He said they were just farmers. There was some farm hands and then there was an owner. So, and this is Daniel going with Alexander. Alexander killed the farmer, like the head of the farm. And then he said he went looking for the children. And then he said, we'll have more than enough for the ritual now. So he killed their father, and he abducted their children, and he took them back to the castle of Brennenburg. Where he tortured them to
The
death.
castle trembled, and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now. You did it. Thank goodness. Now, pay attention. First, feed me the tonic, and then use the saw to remove my head. As the tonic begins to work, you'll be able to cut off my head without breaking my life. Then, take my head and bring it with you. As you enter the gate, Alexander is opening the inner sanctum. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you enter the gate? We can't argue now. You need to act. Quickly, off with the head. And then, whatever happens, get me through that gate.
Ow. What saw? He said saw off his head, but I don't see a saw.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around. You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your compliment. But I believe you have...
Usually, you get the blood from here, but sometimes it glitches out and doesn't let you get the blood. I don't know why. Oh, that's the saw, okay. Usually you get the blood from there, because after it's collapsed, ow. After it's collapsed, you can't go into the room with the thing. That's also why it gives you another water monster in that well, because you can't go into these rooms.
No time for sitting around.
This one on the left here is blocked off, and then to the right, I don't know. It's probably blocked off though. Anyway, so Alexander killed that guy, the farmer, and then, Daniel abducted his kids and tortured them to death in the Brennenburg Castle for the ritual. No, don't sleep yet. Beheading people? Yeah. Don't sleep yet. Don't sleep yet. Please, stay awake. We're about to. There's literally like less than 20 minutes left, I think. Like including like the credits and stuff. Just try. I know you're sleepy. Just try to stay awake a little teeny weeny bit longer. We have the full orb. We're literally gonna do what Agrippa just said. We're literally gonna just do what Agrippa said. We're gonna go on. We have to be a little bit careful. I don't want to die to him. We just have to do what he said. We're gonna go through this gate after we put the orb together. I think we have to go to the room with the machinery to turn it off, but like it's this one, I don't know. Wait. Maybe not. The orb does not by itself remove the barrier, so must be done with the machine. So we just gotta go over there and fuck with it. But we are almost there. It's not gonna take long. It's a small room.
I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down, and what is her life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent, but to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
It's a simple puzzle. I forget what it's called when you beat machines into working. There's something for it. We won't hide here for too long, but I heard him at the top of the thing. see him? I don't see him. Oh, he is there. He's over there. On the left. He's right there. He's going into the thing. I think he's gone now. Maybe. Hopefully. Ooh, like this? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so our orb is gone, but we took the barrier down. Yeah, you can't see him because he's too small and far away. It is hard enough for me to see him. Okay. We're fine for now, but we're not there yet.
19th of August, 1839. It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination? Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer, a monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
We're close. We're real close. Don't fall asleep yet. Alright, I know. We have to do the weird satanic thing. Holding myself together. Yeah, good. It's not a hard puzzle, I promise. Search for a way to open it. Fuck. Oh, I have to stand on it. Okay. Fuck. Get up, Daniel. God, would you stop being a bitch for like 5 minutes? Alright, now it's time.
Wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such common concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Oh, please spare me.
Oh, don't do that. I realize you doubt my intentions. Why would I take such extreme... Stop it! You are ruining it. We are so close, I beg you.
Then perish.
It was my greatest triumph, and I never looked back. You think I was afraid, fleeing Brennenburg? Huh. Quite the contrary. I knew it was my purgatory, hellfire made to wash away my sins. There's no denying the things I've done, but I have paid my tribute. I gave them that awful man. I did the right thing.
The end. What'd you think? It was interesting, right? It's unique. It's not like the greatest story. It's not the worst gameplay. But it's interesting for a one-time thing. I think the sequel is better in a lot of ways. It's not better in all ways, but yeah, of course it is, because we don't actually like kill him with our bare hands or anything, so naturally I'm gonna say it is just based on that alone. But it's anticlimactic in a few other ways too. Like there could be some challenge or something, but there isn't. There could be some revelation, but there isn't. there could be a choice that you have to make, but there really isn't. I mean, I don't, if you decide not to kill him at the end, I think you just die and restart, and it waits until you kill him, you know? You can't just, like, elect not to push the little tower thingies over. There could be some crazy horrors in that room as well. There wasn't. It was just like floating rocks and lightning. So it is, yes, anticlimactic, but it sets the stage for Amnesia Rebirth and Amnesia Bunker. Yep. Climactic. Do you wanna go sleep now? We could talk more about tomorrow and stuff. I didn't ask you what you thought of Resident Evil 4. I mean, I think I did, but like, we only briefly talked about it. Good night, sweetie. I love you more. Sweet dreams. The best by far. Yeah, but you can't just say that. Like, what about it specifically, like, did you like? That's what I'm asking. But anyway, we can talk more about it tomorrow and stuff. Yeah. Go sleep. Text me when you wake up. Alright, I'm gonna end it now. Rest well. I love you.